You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Radio Show, only on Financial News and Talk. Now live in studio, your host, local and national real estate expert and consumer advocate, Ron Siegel.
And hello again. Welcome to Ron Siegel Radio. This is the show with no real boundaries as we discuss current events, financial markets, politics, sports, even poking fun at the rest of the media. This is the show that connects the dots of confusion delivered by conflicting media reports. We connect the dots so you know the actions you can take, how your family or business can benefit from current events. Most of all, thank you for joining me. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day. We have a very focused show. We only chat about items that affect the roof over your head, your bank account, and anything I feel would benefit you. And then remind you, if you ever have any home or finance-related questions, I am the consumer advocate looking out for you, and you can reach out to me directly, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. Just remember, that's the number you call anytime for assistance. When you call that number, it comes directly to me first. There are no operators standing by. I am it.
Quiet, numbskulls. I'm broadcasting.
While I do have a great team when it comes to developing a financing plan, a plan to save you money, I personally work with you. Even if you don't have any needs today, save this number in your phone for future reference, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. Yeah, it's one of those days today. Have you ever had one of those days where you just feel like the days are all mixed up and you're trying to figure out what day it is? Is it Monday? Is it Wednesday? You know, it's just one. And, you know, that usually happens right after a holiday weekend. I don't think we had a holiday this week. So I don't know what the story is, but just one of those days feels like that. But hey, let's think about celebrations today. Ooh, holy cow. Well, we've got National Lipstick Day. Yeah, we're not going to go with that one. We've got National Intern Day. We're not going to go with that one. Now we're getting a little more exciting here. How about National Chili Dog Day? Okay, we can go with that. Where are you getting a good chili dog? National Lasagna Day. That's one of my favorites. You know, I'm a fan of lasagna. If you're here in Southern California, Da Bianca makes great lasagna. You go down to Sabatino's in the Lido Shipyard. They make great lasagna. Maybe Cortina's if you're looking for takeout. Is it too early for lasagna? And those of you that are going to visit us at Concerts in the Park today, today's the last day. Concerts in the Canyon in Anaheim Hills. So we'll be out there. We've got giveaways for the first 50 people we see. Chicken Wing Day. So, you know, I am a little bit on the lazy side. So I like my chicken wings, especially with boneless. Do you like flats or drums? What's your favorite? We put that on our Instagram today. Flats or drums? What is your choice? Chicken wings. I don't know why they did this, but Wingstop, they're calling it Thigh Day. Now, anything I could say about being Thigh Day would cause trouble. I would get censored. I'd get in trouble, the whole 9 yards. So I'm not going to go there at all. But why would Wingstop come up with Thigh Day? Maybe you can help me. I don't know. Let's take a look at what the markets are doing. The Dow Jones now up 196 points. It hit an all-time intraday high earlier today. S&P 500 is up 25. NASDAQ is up 55. Oil is up 92 cents a barrel. The 10-year Treasury right now, it's up almost 3 basis points. 1.26 is the yield on that 10-year Treasury. Still Germany's the only one that has their 10-year has a negative interest rate, negative 0.447. So why is Germany still negative? Oh, yeah, that's a socialist country. I just shouldn't say that, but that's where it is. Social Security, they're in the news right now. Social Security benefits get the biggest boost increase since 1983. And they do that based on the cost of living index. So increased by 5.8% starting January of 2022. That'll help our seniors. The 10-year Treasury is not helping them, but that 10-year Treasury certainly is doing a good job of helping or will do a good job helping the seniors. They've got some, they call it help is on the way, right? So that's not there yet, but help is on the way for our seniors. What do they base that on? Well, a lot of it has to do with inflation, right? So the Bureau of Labor Statistics Consumer Price Index, key gauge of inflation, shot up to 5.4% from the previous year, marking the largest spike since August 2008. Some of the largest price increases related to travel and cars, along with everyday items like laundry machines, bacon, fruit, and milk. You gotta have bacon. Everything goes good with bacon. Right? We go to a local restaurant quite frequently for dinner. I used to get a pork chop over there every night. They make the best ones. And then I saw bacon shrimp wrapped with bacon. Now I got a problem. I got to figure out what to order, but that's there. And gas prices, gas prices going into that cost of living. So that's not a pleasant surprise there either. So we watch all of these things for you. Let's see what else we've got going on. Mortgage rates are ticking a little bit higher today. They did get the mortgage rates, came out from Freddie Mac earlier this morning, 7 o'clock on the West Coast every Thursday morning. We do get the mortgage rates. So today, those of you that are contemplating, if you haven't done it yet, they ticked up just a little bit. Last week, the rates were at 2.78. This week, they're at 2.8 on that 30-year fixed rate loan, according to Freddie Mac. And again, they do that every Thursday morning. So we get those rates. We report those to you. Let's see what else is going on. Back to school. Yeah, that's going to be another challenging one. Going to be more expensive this year. Now, here's the thing, again, from my vast history. So if you have school-age children, think about this. Now, it used to be the what is the biggest items that you're seeing in the tabloid right now, the ads that you see right now? It's all about back to school. So one of the big things when you're looking at that is all the companies use back to school at this time of year. It's a loss leader. So the idea is pens, pencils, stationery, whatever you need for back to school. We used to call them peaches. I don't know what they call them anymore. Portfolios or binders or something along those lines. Crayons. Yes, I still write with crayons. Right? So those are all items that are in the back to school section. And if you stock up on them now, you're going to save money because they sell them as loss leaders. They want to get you into the store to buy other things. And then later on in the year, you watch, why is ruled line paper double the price in December and January as opposed to August? Yeah, it's that loss leader. So go out there and stock up on that one and make sure that you're not having to go out and deal with it later on. Just a thought for you. Hey, here's another one. If you've been out there thinking about buying a house, starting to see more and more inventory coming online. Now, there's not a lot of inventory online. I'm going to still tell you that's still the case. Still a significant shortage. But one of the things we're talking to right now with our private clients, those have been pre-approved, pre-underwritten by our great underwriter, Lori. Right? We're calling all those people right now and saying, hey, I know it's been frustrating trying to buy a house for the last year and a half, but right now we're starting to see more properties coming online. There might be a fear of missing out. Now, I've shared with you, real estate prices are not going to drop. Personal opinion, but that's my thinking. They're not going to drop. So here's the thought, though. The media, right? The CNBC, Diana Olick, who's been, I think the last time she was right on real estate might have been in 2012 or something along those lines. It's been a long time. But she's out there hammering the table every day that real estate is not a good investment, that we're facing a bubble. Not going to happen. I just heard on a couple other business stations, news stations, that they're reading all the headlines. They don't read what's meant, but they read the headlines. And they come out and they say, this is what's going on, and real estate is not going to be as good an investment, and a bunch of other hogwash. Well, it's starting to get to sellers right now. And sellers are saying, if I'm thinking about selling my house in the next 6 to 12 months, maybe I better do that now and be careful, because if I wait too long, I'm not going to get top dollar. Right now, I think I'm going to get top dollar. Well, if I'm not going to get it later, then maybe I should put it on the market. They put it on the market now. We get a little bit more inventory, not a lot. And you may have an opportunity to get your offers accepted. So if you've been waiting, if you've been frustrated, if you've been making offers and saying, I'm going to wait, I can't deal with this, you might have a good opportunity to get back with the real estate professional that's been helping you. If not, give us a call at 800-306-1990. We'll give you one that can help you in your area. Yes, I have a license. No, I am not qualified. Just like your neighbor's friend's dog's walker who doesn't do it on a regular basis is not qualified to deal a real estate transaction for you. Buy your biggest asset, and you're going to go to somebody who's going to cut the interest and does this once a year or every other year or every third year. Maybe, something to think about this one. If you have a sore tooth, are you going to go to a dentist that does dentistry, once every year or two or three? Probably not a good idea. But your largest investment, that's where you're going to go. I just pull my head out, my hair out, trying to figure out. I told you it's a weird day, right? Pull my hair out, just thinking about some of these issues you're listening to.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah. I better get some more coffee. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, got a great broadcast lined up for you today. Hot topics in the housing market. There's an extra way to welcome home our veterans. That's in the real estate. 11 ways to save on summer travel. We'll get that in there. How to pay your credit cards the right way when you're working on your FICO scores. And making the most of tax-advantaged accounts. All that and more. You can reach me anytime. Off-air number, 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or ronsiegelradio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the numeral 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
Building your future wealth starts now. Take action and put your money to work for you instead of working for your money. Are you sitting on $100,000 of home equity? Realty Pro 100 has your solution. Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program may increase your net worth by $50,000 to $75,000 or more per year. Learn more about the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program by texting My Wealth Builder to 79564. Text My Wealth Builder to 79564. License DRE 02059058.
Blue Water Credit Repair is the industry leader in fixing bad credit. Did you know a 40-point increase in your credit score can save you $40,000 on a home loan and $4,000 on a car loan? You deserve good credit and peace of mind. Take the first step today and go to bluewatercredit.com and register for a free consultation from one of their credit repair experts. That's bluewatercredit.com.
Are you paying rent because you cannot afford to live in your dream home? Are you paying rent because you don't believe you have the down payment funds to purchase your own home? At Siegel Lending Team at ronismylender.com has up to $25,000 to help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. Contact the Siegel Lending Team today at ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037. ronismylender.com.
Homeowners over the age of 62 are taking back financial control after retirement with reverse mortgages, and the Siegel Lending Team is here to help you use it to your advantage. Call Ron Siegel with Geneva Financial to receive your free information booklet with no obligation. The booklet answers all your questions, and the best part is you still own your home. Call Ron Siegel at 1-800-306-1990 or visit ronsiegelradio.com. Are you a military veteran, first responder, doctor, nurse, or teacher? If so, then you're a Ron Siegel VIP hero, and you may qualify for rewards up to $5,000 to $10,000 when you buy, sell, or refinance a home with a Ron Siegel Radio partner. As a valued VIP hero, you receive special savings, rebates, and valuable discounts. Learn more by calling me, Ron Siegel, at 1-800-306-1990 or visit VIPHeroProgram.com. It's just our way of saying thank you.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That's my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The Mortgage Minute today being brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs, products. You got the phone, 800-306-1990. Make the call. Get on it. What's happening in the markets today? Well, Dow Jones up 221 points. The NASDAQ is up 68 points. The S&P 500, that one is up as well by, my computer's a little slow updating right now, 25 points. 10-year Treasury, that's what our seniors count on the most, flat, 1.26 right now. We've talked about that, so it's come back a little bit from where it was earlier. Mortgage-backed securities down 5 basis points, which means interest rates are a little bit higher. What's driving all this? Well, we've got initial jobless claims, measures individuals filing for unemployment benefits for the very first time. It was reported at 400,000 claims for last week. This represents a decrease of 24,000 from the previously revised report of 424,000 claims and was above expectations of 390,000. First estimate for second quarter gross domestic product, GDP, increased by 6.5% on an annualized basis, which was below expectations of 8%. Wow. Watching that one for you. Then we look at the pending home sales, measures signed contracts on existing homes decreased by 1.9% in June. Bigger decline than expected by 0.8% on that decrease there. And let's see what else we've got going on. The Federal Reserve. Well, let's tell you, that was the Mortgage Minute brought to you by our friends at Geneva Financial. When you're ready for that next home loan, Geneva's got the programs and the products. You just need to make the call, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. And yes, if you're thinking about it, I talked in the last segment about fear of missing out when it comes to buying a new house if you've been out there searching. What about the fear of missing out if you haven't taken advantage of all of the different tools that we just give you for free on Ron Siegel Radio? Right? So you've got all these things that we give you, and I get the notices of people using some of the tools. I love it when I see that someone's downloaded something. But right now, one of them that I want to really, really point out to you is that rapid payoff. Right? We offer this all the time. We've got that blended rate calculator. So you can actually call or send RJ at ronsiegelradio.com, RJ at ronsiegelradio.com. You send in a copy of your latest mortgage statement and all of your bills, credit card bills, auto bills, student loan bills, all these statements. And if you've got some equity in your property, that would be the current market value, which most people don't really know. They kind of guess. But current market value less the amount you owe on it. If that number is significant, figure you've got a $500,000 house and you owe $300,000, and you've got $50,000 in other bills, auto, student loan, credit card, all of that. There's a very, very good likelihood that you could be saving a lot of money every single month and either use that for something else that might be needed or get out of debt sooner, or any one of a host of other big things that are for your benefit. If you want to see how the presentation, how the analysis that we do works, all you have to do is go to rsrrapidpayoff.com, rsrrapidpayoff.com, And you'll get a copy of that presentation, or you can text RSR Rapid Payoff to 79564. Text RSR Rapid Payoff 79564. It'll take you to the same place, and you can get a copy of that, exactly what that is. And while interest rates are this low, right? I mean, I just got through telling you, if you were listening in the last segment, 2.8% is the 30-year fixed rate quote from Freddie Mac today. That's what they shared. There's obviously always some caveats to it, and I don't want to go into it because it's going to waste your time, because not everybody fits that exact mold. But our team's more than happy to let you know where you do fit, and don't miss out on it. So the Federal Reserve, yesterday they released their statement. It was a 2-day meeting. They have these 2-day meetings twice a year. The rest of them are a 1-day meeting, and give you some of the highlights of it. So according to the Federal Reserve, and I'm going to give it to you with a little bit more excitement than you would normally hear from a Federal Reserve chairman, that are generally the most boring people in the entire world to listen to. Now, I'm not going to do it that way. I'll put you to sleep and you'll change the channel. So according to the Federal Reserve, substantial progress toward their goals. What are the goals of the Federal Reserve? Full unemployment, and about what they say, they'd like to have 2% inflation. So they're making progress towards that. They say the path to recovery will depend on the virus, thinks that and future waves will have less impact on the economy. So obviously they're finally realizing that the virus, yes, it has been significant, but they've got a lot of solutions for it now. And I just saw a report yesterday. I don't know whether it's completely accurate or not. You can't believe everything you watch on television, right? But they said you're more likely to die by being struck by lightning than by the virus now. So think about that. Now, I don't know if that means that the president's going to start making us wear rubber everything, because I know that, you've got to put a mask on is what they're talking about. And I guess rubber is a benefit if you're going to be struck by lightning. That's not going to, that kind of protects you a little bit. I think. I don't know that for sure. But it's more likely to be struck by lightning than to die from the virus. So we throw that out there for you. So the Federal Reserve is noting that it's not going to have as much of an effect. They didn't give any direction on timing in their report. So they didn't say anything about increasing interest rates right away. They did say that when they taper, when they start cutting back on their purchases, they're buying mortgage-backed securities and treasuries. They say they're going to cut back on their purchases of both of those at the same time. So remember, supply and demand. If the Federal Reserve is buying mortgage-backed securities and the treasury bonds or treasury notes or treasury bills, they're buying all of it. So if they're doing that, that's creating more demand for those products. If they're creating more demand for those products, that means the prices of them will go up. Interest, or the yield, goes the exact opposite direction of prices. So as the prices go up, the yield or interest rates go down. So when the Federal Reserve stops that, that's kind of going to be the issue right there. Based on Powell's comments, it seems the Fed is still a long way off from tapering, and it will likely not occur until 2022. And when it does, they'll likely taper at a snail's pace, but taper more of the mortgage-backed securities than the treasuries. So that's kind of what we've been talking about right along. The issue that we thought we were kind of trying to anticipate the Federal Reserve. We were anticipating that they'd make more substantive comments when they meet in Jackson Hole next month. I'm not sure that's going to happen, but generally they do have some good commentary during that meeting. A little bit deeper into what the Fed is really buying, because they keep telling us what they're doing, but do they do what they say? Now, can you imagine a government entity not doing what they say? Yeah, they always do what they say, right? It's always exactly what they say.
You know better than that.
Yeah. So as of December 2020, the Fed announced they're buying $80 billion per month of treasuries and $40 billion per month in mortgage-backed securities. Mortgage-backed securities is the only instrument that drives interest rates, mortgage-backed securities. But as I've told you many times, they've been buying much more than that in the mortgage-backed securities. The reason being is their reinvestments. The Fed has a massive balance sheet of mortgages that they hold and receive principal payments and payoffs when the home is sold or refinanced. Instead of receiving these payments, the Fed has been reinvesting all of them back into mortgage-backed securities. When looking at how much they really purchase each month, inclusive of these investments, think about this. In February, March, $118 billion. March, April, $122 billion. April, May, $132 billion. May, June, $109 billion. June, July, $99 billion. July, August, suppose they're talking about $103 billion. So they've really been misleading everyone as the real amount they're purchasing. They purchased roughly $683 billion in the last 6 months, which puts them on a pace of $1.37 trillion this year. Wow. If we're to estimate that loan volumes this year are 20% lower than 2020, it would put that total volume around $3.2 trillion. That means the Fed is going to be buying about 43% of the market. So when you're getting a loan, the mortgage-backed securities go on the market, and who's buying those? Well, it's the Federal Reserve. So just think about that concept. When they stop, what do you think is going to happen then? That's what we're looking at. That's what the issue is. And that's why so many of the big organizations are saying that we're on the course for higher interest as we go forward. You're listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate, current events, and the financial markets. When we come back, yes, we've got some hot topics in the housing market. Housing supply and what it will mean for sellers, 11 ways to save on summer travel. Got a lot to still cover today. You can reach me anytime. Our off-air number, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or RonSiegelRadio.com, Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube, Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
What's your plan to beat inflation and protect and build your future wealth? If you're not sure, and if you would like to learn the secret of building wealth by utilizing your current assets with little or no risk, Realty Pro 100 has your solution. Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder Program may increase your net worth by $50,000 to $75,000 or more per year. Learn more about the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder Program by texting My Wealth Builder to 79564. Text My Wealth Builder to 79564. License DRE 02059058.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments? Paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at RonSiegelRadio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you earning a safe, secure 10+% return on your investments? Is your credit score over 800? Are you living in the home of your dreams or simply where you think you can afford? If the answer to any of these questions is no, what are you doing about it? Text ATP to 79564. Complete a 3-minute complimentary survey, and the area trusted professionals of Ron Siegel Radio will reach out to you to develop a success strategy for you. Again, all you need to do is text ATP to 79564.
Do you own a luxury home or planning to purchase one? If so, your home may be your largest asset, but your mortgage may also be your largest debt. The Siegel Lending Team is offering amazing financing opportunities right now. Jumbo loans up to $2 million, 30-year rates in the 3% and 15-year rates in the 2s. Learn more at RonSiegelRadio.com or call me directly. My number is 800-306-1990, licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a veteran, own a home, and need money? The Siegel Lending Team is here to help veterans refinance and get the money they need. The VA 100 lets you borrow up to 100% of your home's value, refinance your mortgages, consolidate credit cards, and lower your payments by an average of $700 a month. And the Siegel Lending Team knows that character means more than a credit score. Call 800-306-1990. That's 800-306-1990. Rate subject to change without notice. Licensed by the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 21037, and DRE number 018694552.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. RonIsMyLender.com. Again, RonIsMyLender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The real-time real estate segment today being brought to you by the area trusted real estate professionals of Ron Siegel Radio. Text SLT Home Digest to 79564. Find your dream home before someone else does. 3 hot topics in the housing market right now. If you're a prospective buyer or seller, it's important to understand the current real estate market conditions and how they affect you. The Counselors of Real Estate, CRE, just released its top 10 issues affecting real estate report. 3 of the hot topics from the list and how they impact today's housing market. Number 1, technology, acceleration, and innovation. The past year ushered in many changes to the real estate industry, especially when it comes to technology. The CRE report elaborates on this, quote, lockdown-driven changes in our work, the economy, in social structures, and in our personal behavior have pushed our reluctance aside. The acceleration and adoption of technology during the pandemic has impacted everything, and real estate is no exception, unquote. For real estate innovations like digital documentation, virtual tours, video chat enable agents to connect with clients no matter their location. These options are ideal for prospective buyers and sellers who are not local to the area or those that need the added flexibility signing documents online or doing virtual tours provide. That's why many trusted real estate advisors will continue to use these technologies moving forward to best serve their clients. Second, remote work and mobility. Working from home became the reality for many individuals during the pandemic. And the latest list from CRE identified remote work and mobility as an important influence on the real estate market, as the report notes, quote, the pandemic universally caused a movement away from urban cores, particularly for those with higher incomes who could afford to move and for lower income individuals seeking lower costs of living. Most of these relocations remained within their original region, 84%. And while some are returning, it is unknown as the permanence of these movements or whether they represent a true urban exodus, unquote. With the added mobility remote work offers, where people are moving and where they can ultimately purchase a home is less dependent on a physical office location, this newfound flexibility is giving remote workers the opportunity to move more affordable areas and buy more home for their money. And housing affordability and supply, finally. The limited supply of houses for sale and related affordability challenges also make CRE's list of key factors this year. Quote, according to the National Association of Realtors, the state of America's housing inventory is dire, with a chronic shortage of affordable and available homes needed to support the nation's population, unquote. There is good news. Homes are still more affordable than they have been historically thanks to today's low mortgage rates. And while housing supply is still low, we're seeing steady increases in the number of homes coming to market, which gives hope to buyers. As the supply of homes for sale improves, buyers will have more options. Bottom line, new technology, remote work, housing supply, and home affordability are key factors to the housing market right now for both buyers and sellers. If you have any questions, if you're thinking about buying and selling, you know I don't sell real estate. I have a license, don't practice it. But I can put you in touch with somebody that's great in your area. You just need to give me a call. 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990. Your Credit Matters, brought to you by CreditSanitizer.com. We've got 11 ways to save on summer travel. Don't know if we're going to get through all of them today, but I'll start it. It's always one of the most expensive times to travel. 2020 has the potential to be even more busy and costly than usual due to pent-up demand caused by the extended COVID-19 lockdowns. Many individuals and families are looking to make up for lost time this summer. Revenge travel is already causing prices to spike. As of writing, prices on many hotels and flights are still below pre-pandemic levels, but that's not the case for every destination. Costs are likely to continue to rise as we move further into summer. What all this means is that it's not going to be as easy to take a cheap trip this summer as many have been in the winter or spring. That's the bad news. But the good news is that there are still many ways to save on summer travel. So if you're looking to plan a fun in the sun vacation on a budget, here are 11 of our favorite trips, or tips, not trips. Easy for me to say. I still can't speak today. So about half hour into the show, and I can't speak anyway. Amazing. Number one, compare rates on third-party travel sites. Travel websites are marketplaces that can compare rates from hundreds of airlines, hotels, car rental agencies all at one time. Using these sites can save you a lot of time and money when compared to visiting each company's website separately. Some popular travel sites include Kayak, Expedia, TripAdvisor, Google Flights, Orbitz, Booking.com, Priceline. Used to be Priceline was the key place to go to. I don't see that as much anymore. While these sites can be a great place to start rate shopping, note that not every travel brand allows third parties to show their prices. Southwest, for example, has been a long-standing holdout. So after visiting those third-party aggregators, you still may want to check out a few individual sites to ensure that you don't miss any hot deals. Number two, set price alerts for flexible dates. Nearly all the sites that I mentioned make it easy to set travel alerts. These are convenient because they allow you to sit back, relax, and wait to be notified when the price of your trip drops rather than having to manually check rates every day. You can set alerts for specific days if you'd like, but know that if you're able to be flexible with your plans, you'll have a better chance of scoring a big discount. If you work a job that allows you to plan a last-minute trip, saying that you're available anytime or for any upcoming weekends could be best. Number three, redeem credit card rewards toward travel. This tip has long been one of our favorites. Here's what I do is I like to go and find a cheap airline ticket and then use our travel reward points for the upgrade to go into the either business class or first class. So that's just a Ron Siegel tip. Number four, split a home rental with family or friends. That's a good one. Renting an entire home using an app like Airbnb or HomeAway or VRBO could be convenient. It's unlikely to be the most affordable choice for a single family. But if you're planning a group vacation, now think about this. I know a group out in Coachella Valley, right? It's $1,500 a night for the house. And it's 5 bedrooms. So you've got a private house, private pool, private kitchen, private living room, $300 a couple. Not cheap, but it is cheaper than comparable amenities. Number 5, book mid-of-the-week flights. Often travelers plan their trips around taking off a traditional Monday through Friday work week. For this reason, weekend flights tend to be most popular, but simple supply and demand dynamics means those flights are also likely to be more expensive. And think about this. The price of the tickets goes up as this is just a fun fact. Price of the tickets go up the fewer tickets there are for that flight, right? So the closer to flight time, the more expensive the tickets are. Do you know anybody that goes online and wants to buy a middle seat? So the most expensive tickets on the plane are generally the middle seat because those are the last ones available, and people are stuck on them. Just throw that out there for you. Just a little fun fact. Number 6, fill your itinerary with free sites and activities. So there's a lot of places you can go that have free different places. Used to be the Knott's Berry Farm you can go for free. I think now you just can go shop there for free. You have to pay to get into the amusement park itself. Beaches, they're still free. There's a lot of them out there. There's a lot of flea markets. There's some craft places. I know Laguna has some great craft places that are free. Number 7, take a road trip. Number 8, visit cities that offer sightseeing bundles. Number 9, look for kids stay or fly free options. Number 10, stay away from the major holidays. Number 11, investigate your in-city transportation options. Bottom line, if you go and look at some of these different sites, if you go and look at some of these different opportunities, there are still ways to save money and not break the bank and have a great family trip. You are listening to Ron Siegel Radio, discussing your real estate current events and the financial markets. When we come back, we've still got a featured home brought to you by myfavoritelender.net. And I don't think we're going to get to half of the other things I had planned to share with you today. So we'll figure it out as we go. You can reach me anytime off air, number 800-306-1990. 800-306-1990 or ronsiegelradio.com. Facebook.com/Ron Siegel Radio. And if you miss any part of our broadcast, Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube. Ron Siegel, the number 1 on YouTube. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few.
If you're listening to this program, building personal wealth is a topic you're familiar with, and you probably understand that making money is about creating a high income from a high-paying job or running a business, while building wealth, on the other hand, is about creating a stock of value that goes up over time. You've also probably noticed lately that prices for fuel, groceries, and raw materials are skyrocketing, while your monthly income remains flat. Welcome to Inflation 101. One of the fastest growing wealth building strategies is utilizing your current assets with little or no risk, like the equity in your home. Realty Pro 100 has been helping people like you increase their net worth by $50,000 to $75,000 per year. Now's the time to put your money to work for you and beat inflation. Learn more and start building your wealth by contacting Realty Pro 100. Text My Wealth Builder to 79564. Text My Wealth Builder to 79564. Receive free information on how the Realty Pro 100 Wealth Builder program works and if it's the right wealth building strategy for you. License DRE 02059058.
Hey friends, do you dream of mortgage-free home ownership? Are you aware that even if you own your home free and clear, it could still be costing you thousands per year? The Siegel Lending Team can help you generate tax-free income, accumulate family wealth, and maintain ownership of your home. By simply emailing your most recent mortgage statement, you'll receive a no-obligation real estate plan. Learn more by calling 1-800-306-1990 or email me your recent mortgage statement to PEAR@ronsiegelradio.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you tired of paying rent? Are you tired of paying someone else's mortgage? Do you know qualified folks can potentially purchase a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket? Ron Siegel can help qualified people purchase their own home at amazing interest rates. If you're tired of paying someone else's mortgage, reach out to Ron today at ronismylender.com. That's ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Are you a renter and tired of making monthly payments, paying off someone else's mortgage? Hey, it's Ron Siegel here to help you stop renting and start owning your dream home with amazing low interest rates. And you could potentially qualify for a $500,000 home for less than $5,000 out of pocket. So stop renting. Start owning with Ron Siegel. Learn more at ronsiegelradio.com and start owning today. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
Do you know a homeowner experiencing divorce? Do you know a real estate reference and the divorce decree could cost tens of thousands of dollars? A certified divorce mortgage planning and real estate report could save you thousands of dollars, and it's free from your local certified divorce lending professional. Reach out to Ron today. ronismylender.com. Again, ronismylender.com. Licensed under NMLS 217037, Equal Housing Lender.
You're listening to Ron Siegel's Home and Finance Show with local and national expert Ron Siegel. Now, here's Ron.
Welcome back to Ron Siegel Radio. Within every market, there are solutions as well as tremendous opportunities. You just need some trusted guidance. That is my message, and I will be delivering it every day on Ron Siegel Radio or anytime at 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. The featured home segment today being brought to you by myfavoritelender.net, myfavoritelender.net. 7909 East Quinn Drive, Anaheim Hills, 2-bedroom, 2 full bathrooms. Beautiful views from all rooms in the light and bright upper end unit with 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plus a loft, Soaring cathedral ceilings and many windows add to the bright atmosphere in home. Enter ground floor with stairs leading to the main living floor. Living room includes fireplace, private balcony, which is perfect to relax and enjoy the view. Dining room is adjacent to the living room, highlighting the open floor plan. Stairway leads to a spacious loft, which is perfect for home office or family room. Gilda Johnson has this property, 7 Gables Real Estate. List price $599,900. Let's look at some financing options on this one. Well, 3.5% down, you're looking at $2,405 a month. 20% down, you're looking at $2,023 a month. 25% down strategically, you're looking at $1,807 a month. Yes, you do have to add taxes, insurance, HOA, and mortgage insurance if applicable. And yes, the NMLS, let me give you the APRs, 3.803, 3.063, and 2.847. NMLS 217037 again. This is a property from Gilda Johnson, 7909 East Quinn Drive in Anaheim Hills. And if you want more information, give me a call. I'll put you in touch with Gilda. Again, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990. So let's take a look at making the most of tax-advantaged accounts. Got a word on wealth segment. When you think about building wealth, you might think you need to do something big and dramatic. For instance, launch a successful business, become a serial real estate investor, or land a windfall of cash. But what many people don't realize is that tools for growing your business, your money, might be right under your nose. There's financial power to be gained by making the most of tax-advantaged accounts such as a 401k, a Roth IRA, or a HSAs. These accounts can play a big part in helping you save for retirement. Tax-advantaged accounts are more important to one's long-term goals because Social Security is only designed to replace about 40% of the average worker's income, says Andrew Wang, a managing partner at Mendham. You'll probably need anywhere from 70% to 90% of your income during your golden years. So if you're earning $100,000 a year, that means you're going to need $70,000 to $90,000 per year during your golden years. A little bit about what you know about optimizing your accounts. Number one, grow your money quicker. Probably the biggest reason to invest in tax-advantaged accounts is that you can typically grow your money faster. Contributions to tax-deferred accounts like an IRA, 401k are made with pre-tax dollars, so they are deductible from your taxable income. Now, I will share with you that I did a whole broadcast on our social channels yesterday. It's actually our Sunday show is recorded Wednesday late morning, and you can find that on Ron Siegel 1. It'll be on Ron Siegel 1 on YouTube on Sunday morning. How to retire on $15,000 a month with no 401k, no IRA, no HSA, just using your mortgage properly. Understand the tax benefits of different accounts. So the general tax advantages, and I'm not giving you tax advice. You got to go to a CPA or a licensee to get that. That would not be me. Contributions made to a traditional IRA lower your taxable income. There are two main types of IRAs, Roth and traditional. Both can help you lower your taxable income. The difference is when tax benefits kick in. With a Roth IRA, you receive the tax benefits when you withdraw funds from your account. With a traditional IRA, your taxable income will be lowered the tax year that you made your contributions. Whether you have a traditional, no taxes on the front end, or a Roth, no taxes on the back end, your nest egg is not taxed while it's growing within the account. Contributions into a Roth IRA account are made with after-tax dollars, which means you are taxed at the time of making the contribution, and that means your growth in that one is tax-free. Great way right there, using that Roth IRA. If you qualify for it, think about this. If you can put, and you can, put $50 to $100 a month into a Roth IRA. At the end of the year, call your insurance agent for your auto insurance or your home insurance and increase your deductible by the amount that you've got in that Roth IRA. So if you've got a $500 deductible and you've put a $500 into your Roth IRA, call the insurance agent and tell them you want to increase your deductible to $1,000 because that's going to lower your insurance premium. Now do that for the next year and you're going to add $1,200 to your Roth IRA. So now you've got, let's call it $2,000 in the Roth IRA. You're going to be able to call your insurance agent and say, now you started at $500, now you're at a $2,500 deductible. You're going to tell them you want them to lower your insurance premiums again because now that $2,500 is sitting in the Roth IRA. You could pull the principal out at any time. You cannot take the growth out without taxes and penalties, but the principal can be pulled out. So now you're actually self-insuring to a certain extent, and you're saying, okay, well, now I'm not going to make any claims for anything under $2,500 because it's in my Roth IRA. I've already saved that money, right? So just think about that concept when you're putting money away. What's the difference between an HSA and an FSA? So to make the most of an HSA, you'll want to focus on how they're different from the flexible savings account. HSAs are often confused with FSAs, but they are very different when it comes to long-term savings and investing. For instance, the funds in an FSA are use it or lose it, meaning they generally cannot be rolled over from year to year. HSAs can be rolled over from year to year, plus the funds can be invested just like in a retirement account. Major difference between HSAs and FSAs is that you need to be enrolled in a high deductible health plan to open and contribute to an HSA. FSAs are provided by your employer. Self-employed individual covered by a qualified high deductible health plan can open and contribute to an HSA. So that's just another one of those options. Auto saving, automatically have these things come right out of your check. I don't know anybody that there's very, very few people. There are some I have seen that still have a regular paycheck or a debit pay card. Most people are on direct deposit. So have that savings go directly into your either your 401k, your HSA, savings account of some sort. Just a couple thoughts there for you. Word on Wealth. Again, that's brought to you by mysocallender.com, mysocallender.com, making the most of tax-advantaged accounts. So got a few minutes here today, and I want to share this with you, and I probably should just put it on here. We should put it a note to do this once a month, right? Because I still get people that say, Ron, I never realized that there's a correct way to pay your credit card bills to maximize your FICO scores. Yes, there is. So to maximize your FICO scores, here's the way to pay your credit card bills properly. There are 2 dates on every credit card statement, at least 2 dates. One of them says statement closing date. One of them says payment due date. They are different dates. So you need to know what each of those dates are. They're very, very important. Most people know the payment due date. They do not know the statement closing date. For FICO purposes, the statement closing date is more important than the payment due date. You want to go in online to every credit card you have before the statement closing date, usually 4, 5, 6 days before that statement closing date. You want to go in there. You want to find out how much your bill is, and you want to pay as much as you possibly can. Leave $1 on there or something like that. $1 is a good amount to leave on it. Why do you want to do that? Well, it's very, very simple. When FICO looks at when you have somebody pull your credit, that's when they generate your FICO score. It's not stored anywhere. So they're going to look at your credit utilization. Credit utilization accounts for about 30% of your score. People are worried about their inquiries. They don't worry about credit utilization. It's 30% of your score. So get that as low as possible. So if you've got a $1,000 limit and you're at $900, that's 90% utilization. It will drop your FICO score. Pay it before the statement closing date, which is when they report to FICO. Say you paid $750 of it. Now you've got a $250 balance, 25% utilization. That is positive for your FICO score. Then set up a minimum payment for the payment due date all the time so you're never late. So we don't want you to be late because that counts for 35% of your score. Utilization is 30% of your score. So by following what I just said, that affects 65% of your FICO score. Pay your credit card bills the right way when you're trying to maximize your FICO score. And as always, I ask you, set that first radio preset button to come back here and join Ron Siegel Radio, where we only speak about items affecting your house and your bank account. Thanks to all of our sponsors. A big thanks to Josh and Sean who are engineering us today. And of course, a special thanks to you for spending a little bit of your day with us. That's all for Ron Siegel Radio. Again, if you have any questions or to meet any of our guests, call me anytime, 800-306-1990, 800-306-1990, or ronsiegelradio.com. And remember, make a lot of money so you can help a lot of people and have a lot of fun. Have a great day. We'll talk to you next time on Ron Siegel Radio.
Push me over the limit. I'd like to call him something. I think I'll just call it a day.